my theory, I believe or think that all episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants could all be played out in Patchy the Pirate's head. You all know Patchy the Pirate, a man dressed in a pirate out, wishing one day to meet SpongeBob in person. But what if in reality he's just more of a lonely man in some sort of world he created? Sure, you might ask, how would that all possibly work out? I think there could be a few disabilities from him, but I'll talk more about that later. Do you remember all the times he's been on the show with excitement as he enters and how he talks about his desperate need to meet SpongeBob? Well, what if he actually is just making up this sponge character to calm him down? You've seen him become angry towards his parrot a lot, or if nothing goes right, that could be a possibility of him in a mental crazy state. He could have made SpongeBob and all of the other characters in his head to keep him somewhat sane. Remember the SpongeBob Christmas episode of season 2? Do you also remember one of the very last scenes with Patchy in it, with the ship hat and with SpongeBob and Patrick on the ship? He was telling a story as they were in it. So what if he actually plays out all episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants as puppet shows for his entertainment? In shows where he is in it, he's always the one telling the story. Everything could be all in his head. Okay, now think back to the episode where he actually was in a professional place and had celebrities there. Do you remember the part where he became angry or crazy when SpongeBob didn't appear on stage to greet the excited pirate? Because that's all in his head. The scene where he goes underwater and finally meets SpongeBob is the scene in reality when he actually dies. He died from a possibility of drowning, knowing in most episodes where he doesn't even touch water or leave his house. He could have never had swimming lessons or even felt the ocean water between his fingers, because it could be a situation where his parents in his childhood never took him anywhere close to water. You all might ask, but how is he still alive in other episodes? I actually have a few reasons. My first reason is that all of the episodes is in no specific order. In most, or all, don't yell at me if I'm incorrect, episodes, there is usually a problem but is quickly solved around the end of the 15 minutes or the end of the episode. My second reason is that there could be a big circumstance that he thinks he's still alive. One of the more recent episodes is a SpongeBob Christmas. He's not in human form. Yeah, I know all of the characters were in clayish form and not their animated cartoon style they usually are. But he could be thinking he's still alive and roaming. Think of it from that episode. First off, he's at the North Pole and isn't wearing a lot or any big coats or heavy boots to keep him from the cold. Yes, he does say that he's cold and hungry throughout the episode, but it could be him trying to still believe he's alive. He also says he's hungry, but I don't recall Ghost ever eating like human ever. Secondly, as he hits the fork in the road, literally, he tumbles and swirls around, falling and eventually hits the ground, still in the car. Surely he should be dead, but he even says that he, surprisingly, has not scratches on him. That's because he's already dead.